Hi there, welcome to the latest episode of my 10-minute moan. The topic of this 10-minute moan is looking at the fact that that's almost a quarter of the SNP MSPs who currently sit in Holyrood threw the towel in and said, I'm no coming back. So what happened today was we got news that one of Ewan's daughter, Annabelle Ewan, whose brother is also an MSP, she's decided that she will not be standing for re-election in 2026. And she's the 15th MSP already for an election that's 14 months away to say, I will not be standing the election for the SNP. Now, this is most bizarre. And it appears to me the saying rats and sinking ship come to mind, because expectations is they might still have more seats than anybody else if polls are to be believed, but they will be nowhere near having a majority. So they're going to lose a load of seats. If they can get anywhere near the loss they had in the last general election, I for one will be mighty pleased. But I don't think it'll get to that level, but it should get a severe dent in the number of seats that they've got. Just now they've got 62. You need 65 for, they've got 61. You need 65, they've got 62, beg your pardon, out of 129. So you need 65 for a majority. So if the numbers are coming down, they're obviously going to be further away from a majority than they are at the moment. So what does it all mean? Well, it means to me that there's some big names in there. And I don't think it's all because they're hitting a natural age of retirement, although some of them are using that as an excuse. I just think they can see what's going on here, and they probably won't get back in. So I think we can already see the white flag coming up for a lot within the SNP. So as I say, that's Annabelle Ewan. There was another one just yesterday. Now, she's a daughter of one of Ewan, a member for Cowdenbeath. She served in government and is currently a deputy presiding officer. She was first elected as an MSP for the Mid-Scotland and Fife region from 2011 up to 16. Before then, she represented Cowdenbeath as a constituent member. She previously served as an MP for Perth from 2001 to 2005. And where are we? Determination. Just seeing if she's getting more telling us about. She's made a decision not to seek nomination as an SNP candidate in May 2026 Scottish parliamentary elections. She's the brother of Fergus. Now he's actually fighting his own battle because it looks as if he might not even get selected to be a candidate in a seat in an area that he's covered for many a year. And just yesterday, Gordon MacDonald, who represents Edinburgh Pentlands, he announced it's his decision to stand down, and he says it's because he's reaching retirement age. And the list of reigning Nats includes, or is resigning Nats, I should say, former First Minister Humza Yousaf and two current government ministers, Graham Day, Richard Lockheed, as well as Chief Whip Rona Mackay, Audrey Nicholl, Ruth Maguire, Michelle Thompson, Joe Fitzpatrick, Christine Graham, James Dornan, Ellen Whiteman and Evelyn Tweed. And also the sacked John Mason, who got backed out of the party and is now standing as an independent. He's claimed that he's also quitting and won't be standing for re-election. So, I mean, you think about it, 15 out of 62, they are one away from having over 25%. We're almost at a quarter of their MSPs already throwing the towel in and saying, I'm not doing this anymore. And although 14 months is a long time, anything could happen. There's loads of things that could happen between now and the Holyrood election that could change people's minds from who they're voting for. But I think they can see the writings on the wall. And I don't think there's anything the SNP could do in the next 14 months to make things better. There are things that could happen to the party that could make things worse, like branch forum, like we're another budget away from election, because they're due one at the end of this year, beginning of next year. So there's a load of things that could actually make life even worse for them. And that's even ignoring the fact that they've got an incompetent leader in John Swinney who could do anything to get people to say, nah, no anymore. And, things like he still is adamant a man can become a woman. Although yesterday, and congratulations to him, he announced the birth of his grandson in social media. So congratulations becoming a grandfather. I'm not sure if that's the first time or not. But I found it odd that he was able to tell that this was a boy and not a girl without asking them, because that's kind of where your head is with people that don't know if there's men or women. They think they can change and flip. Then you've got to give the person their decision. So maybe he's, what do you call it, transphobic, that he's not allowing his own grandchild to decide their own sex, which is a bit bizarre for a man that doesn't know what determines a man or a woman, nonetheless. But yeah, and I do generally mean that. Congratulations to him on the birth of his grandson, and I'm actually glad that he's joined the normal thinking people that can actually now tell the difference. So I hope the next time you address the nation, you don't make stupid comments like you don't know what a man is and the difference, and men can become women, and we've decided that, and all that nonsense, right? It's dead simple. Men are men, women are women, right? So there we go. And I just, should we start what do you call that? A sweepstake on what the number ends up at? Because one thing assured, that at 15 resignations today, by the time we get there, I think it will definitely be higher. And where will it stop? 20? Will a third of their MSPs say, nah, no for me anymore, when they don't fancy the battle for a losing fight? I also think it's a bit bizarre that, and you would be ridiculous to not consider that the financial strife of the SNP may have something to do with it, when they don't fancy having that machine behind them that just, pushed for votes through campaigning. They will obviously not have anywhere near the money to campaign that they've had in previous elections, because their numbers are dwindling, they're running out of money, they're skint, they've lost millions over the cycle of a Westminster Parliament with the loss of their shop money because of the amount of MPs that they lost. Their MPs and, I believe, MSPs both pay a 5% levy from their wages into the party. So as that number declined, as it did decline drastically at Westminster, the state of their affairs, the state of their financial affairs as a party gets worse and worse and worse by almost every passing day. So I think they're down to under 60,000. I think they've lost about half their membership in 12, 24 months, something crazy like that. So all these cuts to their income puts them in a perilous situation. And possibly that's something that these MSPs have taken on board. They looked at what happened in the Westminster election, where there wasn't a lot of money flying about for the party for canvassing and campaigning, and maybe don't fancy having a campaign where they've not got fortunes to throw behind it as normal. But it's great days. Look at this smile. That's no put on. I'm lapping this up. If you enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you've not already done so, please hit the subscribe and the notification bell. And people always ask, how can we help push the channel? The thumbs up and comments, those will help drive if you've not already subscribing to the channel. So most importantly of all though, unless you're the type of person that just doesn't fancy a fight come Holyrood 2026 elections, no you. But
everyone else, have a great day. Cheerio, bye now.